My name is Josue Rodriguez. I also go by the stage name JayFlow. The name is kind of derived from, first letter of my name, Josue, which is J, and then flow just being, kind of a lyrical skill, being able to put words together and rhyme them in a certain fashion or in a certain flow. I started rapping when I was 16 years old. I was in high school. I was part of a media tech program there at the high school, and we were doing learning about recording and that kind of thing. And so I just took an interest in hip hop music, and that's when I started writing rap music when I was 16. Lyrically, there's a lot of different forms of rap. You've got, people who really focus in on one aspect, let's say, money and that kind of stuff. And then people that, focus on social issues. And then you've got other people who focus on spiritual or religious issues. I would fall into to the group or the category of people that talk about faith, that talk about spirituality, about, to an extent, religion. Even though that's not my favorite word to use, say that I'm a religious rapper. More so, I'm a faith-based rapper, or someone whose faith really is seen through his music. When I see people who come up to me and say, "Hey, man, I'm really feeling what you're talking about, and I really I want to know more about this God that you're talking about, or this relationship with Jesus Christ that you're talking about," that really motivates me. That's the main thing, and just being able to see people passionately, ask questions about life. That's one thing that motivates me. And then the other thing that motivates me too is just a lot of the negativity that we see in hip hop music today. It's all about rims, sleeping around with girls, about drugs and money and all kinds of stuff, when I see this, I'm like, man, I want to make something that lifts people up, that brings people to a higher place, and that shows people that there is truth and there's hope in this world. And it's not coming from having all the money in the world or sleeping with all different types of women or all these different things. It really comes from a relationship with Jesus Christ. There's a lot of negative stereotypes in the sense that when people hear Christian rap, automatically people are like, "Oh, man, that's a whack rap. There's no good Christian rappers out there," or they're like, "That's cheesy rap," or different things like that. So there are some negative stereotypes. Some people kind of associate, a faith-based hip hop or what's called holy hip hop. They kind of equate that to kind of whackness, or people not having a lot of skill or not being able to make it in the regular industry, so they went Christian. So that's one of the negative stereotypes. There's also a lot of different, I guess you could say positive stereotypes when, people see you on stage and they're like, "Oh, he must be a really a holy person or a religious person, or someone who doesn't struggle with all these different things." When in actuality, it's kind of like, man, we struggle with a lot of the same things that the world struggles with. We go through the same things. We, that the secular music industry goes through, or mainstream music industry. We struggle with that same stuff. We have to figure out how we're going to make good business decisions, but keep it within the context of doing the things that would honor and please God. So, there's all these kind of stereotypes that, they must, because they do Christian music, they must not struggle with all these other different issues. But we really do, and so it's, it's kind of that balance of, figuring out, what path you want to go down. First and foremost, one of my favorite rappers, right now is Lecrae and Tripoli. Those two guys, they're signed to Reach Records. They do Christian music. Both of those brothers are incredibly talented rappers, and so those are two of my favorite rappers. Then, just in the mainstream market, there's guys like, J. Cole, there's dudes like Kanye West who are incredibly talented, and I really admire their skill and their talent. And so those are also guys that I would have to say they're kind of on my favorites list. At the end of the day, I want to be known for someone who spoke truth, for someone who gave people a message that was meaningful and that changed their lives. And so when I rap, that's what I want people to come out just knowing that there's a God who loves them, a God who died for their sins, died so that they can be taken out of their brokenness and their separation from God. It's not about me standing on a stage and me having incredible flow or me doing this, doing that, putting on a great performance. Well, all that stuff is great and that adds to the message. That really isn't the point of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I want people to leave knowing that they can have salvation through Jesus Christ. And so that's really what I want people to come out with.
So they stop and hear us